with that usual preamble out of the way, I think we can welcome in this episode of GOLEM with some announcements. And all of our VOD watchers and our podcast listeners, hello and welcome as you all join us now. So let's start things off with some announcements. And the announcements are, I don't actually have any right now, so hell yeah. And then we'll go straight to our sponsors. And we'll start with Bogie, if you want to take it away.
Of course, thank you so much, Sarah. Folks, Game Masters, Dungeon Masters, what is it that your players leave your sessions talking about? Is it the prep work that you clearly put into this multi-layered tapestry of a story that you're weaving? Is it that incredible puzzle that you found in this awesome Reddit that you were able to incorporate seamlessly? Is it this RP that is making your team grow, your party grow with every session? No, you idiot. It's the sound. It's the sound. The sound adds the audio, that little flavor that just transports your players into this world. It is the thing that everyone goes saying, like leaves saying, how amazing was it when Waffles added that music? Or when the branch snapped and it sounded like a tree was broken in half right in front of my face. It was amazing. That sound is so difficult to do in the moment. Thankfully, we have Pocket Bard. Pocket Bard allows for immersive music, atmospheric soundscapes that really transport you into this setting. It's easy to use, it is epic, and it makes every moment so legendary. So please, go out there. If you don't believe me, I mean, based on what you've heard so far, if that isn't enough for you, go give it a shot yourself. Download Pocket Bard today.
Oh my gosh, that was so professional.
Okay, good. I'm going to pass out.
That was so good. And
Bravo.
paired with,
Bravo.
I mean, I will say, Bogie, that was excellent. But you know, with that music in the background, it really did transport me into a wonder. I won't go into a second.
Whoa. Wait, Waffles, you're using Pocket Bard right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's really unfortunate that everyone else is a fucking idiot, though.
Yeah.
Best.
Unlucky.
Hey, y'all, add 101. Call your entire audience idiots.
Yeah.
It works.
Buy Pocket Bard, so you won't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Pocket Bard loves it when you alienate an audience like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's in the copy.
Especially coming
That's
from
true.
the nicest person on the cast, both in and out of character.
Right,
Yes.
so far, like, yeah. So toxic masculinity works really well. You know, this is very Mad Men, isn't it?
America.
I do need this clipped and sent to Pocket Bard. I just want that out there. Oh man. And you know what? I will add, because I did not do so beforehand, and now this will be forever etched in the logs of the VOD and podcast. I also do want to very much thank our lovely mods. So Mr. Ashkek in chat here, or Jack on the
It's a kick.
I don't know how to pronounce your name.
I messed up the first time way back when, and I learned when they typed in dictionary phonetics
Well,
spelling.
thank you to their wonderful mods. So when I do say things like I would like a clip of that and it happens, I cannot express how lovely and wonderful that is, and incredibly helpful.
And if you don't do it out of spite,
thank you so
she
much.
deserves it.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much, Mr. Achakachik.
Bless you, Waffles.
Mr. Keck.
Thanks.
That's what I'm gonna go with from now on. All right.
Big W.
I also want to do a quick shout out to the wonderful folks over at Moonbeam. If you are not familiar, they are changing the game when it comes to streaming. They are truly making an awesome platform for the creator. I highly encourage y'all to check them out. They're in beta right now, so they're constantly growing, they're constantly evolving, and also the more people we have to kind of help find those bugs and help find, if that's kind of your thing, if you want to get in there early, I highly recommend doing so and kind of helping the whole platform grow. But it's like if Discord and Twitch had a baby, so it's a place where you can hold your community, it's a place where you can go discover new creators. It's really, really awesome. I think they're doing something really cool, and I would like y'all to check them out if you don't mind. That's really yep. Please, Iwu. Is that better?
Professional
Wow.
Okay, I clearly am in a mood today, and that can only bode well for what's coming next. So with that, welcome to this episode of Golem.
Golem, 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 golem.
They spent so much time thinking about whether or not they could that they didn't think about whether they should.
Yeah.
In true Jacob fashion, I committed.
I really appreciate it, actually.
I kind of forgot I said we should do that.
I've been thinking about it for the last 10 minutes.
That's right.
I'm a backup singer.
Never agreed to it. Never agreed to it.
You're like, I can't prove it.
I don't.
Nope.
I don't participate.
Amazing. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up here.
Do you get it? Because there's a T-Rex? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
That tricks.
That does.
Shit.
Very
By
good.
the way, can we be really mad at the GMs for last week's episode title? It was right there in front of us. I'm so upset about it.
Wait, what was the episode title? I'm very stupid sometimes.
That tricks.
That tracks.
But it was spelled Trex.
I'm so upset about it.
I don't think I did spell it with an X. I think I spelled it that tracks to not make it too obvious.
Yeah, with a K, I think.
A KS? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
But because of that, I have been calling the T-Rex Trex for the last 2 weeks. Like, it's like, hey, Trex. He's just my friend now.
He's like, Lo, what's up? What's up, Syrup?
Well, when you give it a name, it becomes incredibly hard to kill it.
It's true. It's true. Oh, well.
Not
I'll
that
just
we're
have to
going
keep
to,
it
right?
so it'll be fine.
Ooh, woo.
Ooh. Okay. So,
Twex?
Twex.
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 Is it the left Twex or the
I
right
tried
Twex?
locking it so hard.
See, if we never start, we don't die.
That's
true.
true.
I'll
should
take a sip
gotten
of water. You
cake.
have until then. Good luck.
That's a great
Okay.
game plan.
Cool. Now,
Is there
everyone's
anything else
sweating.
we could plug?
I'm writing a book. No, anyway.
Can I plug really fast, or do we want to wait until the end? I don't know.
Go for
I
it.
think Cam is
Wait.
hoping we just plug our mouths.
Let's go.
Last we left off. Well, basically, you all said goodbyes to the people you care about in Roga, a town where a lot of you were not just raised, but born as well, born and raised, and then as well as our resident Gerran, resident Gerran, that's what you are, but has come to join and love this little town that you all have left behind. And as you begin to journey through the woods, deeper than before, really feeling the breadth of the space and the wilds around you, the massive trees, the massive fauna and flora that accompany it. Still, you made good progress. You pushed forward because you have a task at hand. But on the second night, on the second watch, Fitz spent a bit of time focused a little less on the environment and a little more on the magical flower that was given to you all as your guide for this journey by Mel. Unfortunately, though some information was learned, this did cause a little lack of awareness as a giant boar came just rushing through the underbrush at the camp. You managed to wake everybody up, but before anything could truly happen, you realize the ground continued to shake even though the boar stopped, and through the trees came crashing through a massive head with giant rows of teeth and little arms as the T-Rex, or should I say Twix, bit the entire head of the boar off of its body, and dripping down blood and viscera in front of you, it lets out a loud roar as Waffles, if we can at the very least just get everybody into are we in initiative? I should ask that, because this is where
we
coming
have not rolled. I brought it up.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll some initiative for some turn order.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and my mouth is gonna do whatever it does.
Rex.
Twex. All right. Let me make sure everything looks good here. Good. Okay. So, let's roll that inish. And what I'll do, you can roll it wherever you all want. I don't.
I got a 9.
Got a 7.
Doing good.
Hey,
Doing
Bogie.
good.
Did the spell thing you did do any initiative buff, or is it just hitting?
I think it's just a bonus to your attack and damage.
Clutch.
Oh, sorry. Is it?
it?
Do we get a bonus on? No, I have a +0 initiative. Fuck me. I don't.
Same. Bella, same.
But you roll with perception.
Yeah. So you. What that means is you roll initiative with typically your perception bonus. It doesn't have to be. So if you were sneaking or if you were doing an action, you could roll initiative with any of your skills, which is kind of cool. But if you're not rolling for a particular skill, you roll with the perception bonus. So you can add your perception bonus.
Okay.
On Path Builder, I'm sure Bella, the same thing. It says
I'm looking at
+0
it.
to initiative.
Yep.
Okay, so you just add your perception to that?
Oh man.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's an 11 for me in that case. Ooh.
14 for me.
So I was hoping it did the thing like last time, and we clicked the initiative button and it appears in the turn order, but that did not happen for me.
That's okay.
But I did roll a 19 initiative.
Nice.
Oh man, guys, I rolled a 1. So that's gonna be a 7 initiative.
Is that a natural?
But
one,
it's
though?
a
Like
1.
Yeah.
It is a natural Uno.
A sexy natural one. I like it. We're starting off.
I'm getting it out of the way now.
really strong.
Getting it out of the way now.
Or is
I don't
it
know what's going on, but I don't have Gerran up there.
what is going to happen for the rest of the session? Only time
It
will
rolled a
tell.
28.
Huh? What?
Yeah. Great.
I'm so sorry. What?
Oh yeah, just
I don't want to be here anymore.
Things.
Trexie doing Trexie things. It's all good. No stress.
What are Pinto's last words?
I'm gonna be sick.
Well, I rolled a 14. I don't know if my well, they might be the last words, but maybe someone's last words will happen before mine.
Guess we'll see.
Okay. So,
I'm missing 2 initiatives and I'm having problems getting it brought up, so hold on.
oh no worries. I can help as well. All right. So I have a 14 for Pinto. I have an 11 for Lenora. I need Gerran on the turn order, which I can do here. Alrighty. So, Gerran, what did you roll?
19.
19. And then Fitzy?
That's gonna be a 1, but with the math, it's a 7.
7. Okay.
And just as a note, I'm wondering if like roll 20 reset or something, because I can't move my token. Like
It's possible. It's okay. It's
all good.
possible
Just
that
calling it out.
with this we dragged your token. It's okay. No worries. All right. That should be everybody. Waffles. Yeah. Are we good there?
Yeah, that is good.
Gorgeous. Okay. With a 28.
With a 28.
Wait, you weren't joking?
Oh no, we're not.
No,
No,
that is
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't do
Guys.
jokes anymore.
Yeah.
I'm very
no, we're
serious
in.
now.
We're here.
Yeah, we're
It's
not
here.
jokesters.
Yeah, we say that for the pre. Now we're in it.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So the T-Rex, after chomping down on this boar, lets out that roar, as Syrup said. Just so y'all know, we're going to be in a slight foe initiative order. So I just want to know what y'all are doing. Are y'all generally like it's in his exploration mode. Are y'all running away? Are you trying to duck behind trees? Are you fighting it? Like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what is your plan to do? But it lets out that roar, and I need a will save from everybody.
Sure.
What am I rolling here?
A wisdom saving, or will
save.
Sorry.
Look, your D&D 5e is showing.
Okay. So that's a 20 plus your will modifier? Is that correct?
It's a d20 plus your will modifier, yes.
That's an 18. Let's go.
Okay.
17.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I don't think it is okay.
I got you, buddy.
Missing one,
I'm
I
rolling a
believe.
26.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Started from the bottom.
And did we get
And
yours?
now, I am at 26.
Nice. And then Gerran's.
Oh, 17.
Okay. With that, you all pass. You do not become frightened.
Yay.
And it will begin just basically like trying to get its feet up under it, sprinting at you.
Oh, okay.
That is its turn.
My character is not feared, but I definitely am.
I will add right at this moment, it is taking a moment to, because it was chasing after this boar, and in this moment as it roars, it is seeing you all for the first time in this little camp. I want to double check because there's some people that were sleeping and stuff like that. As of right now, nobody has like to take off armor or anything like that, right? Is everybody good?
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Or if you don't have armor.
Preach.
LOL.
Perfect. Okay, so with that, you all have like basically a second to grab what is in front of you, and I'm not gonna make you lose any of your stuff or anything like that here. But you all have gathered your stuff, standing up, and all of this happens about this time. I just want everybody to not have to worry on your turns to like grab things and all that kind of stuff. So you're good on that front.
Okay, and the runic weapon that I cast.
And my shield
that
was
still-
already raised, yeah.
Fair, yeah.
Our two buffs were
Perfect.
part
Thank
of
you.
the surprise.
The last time.
Yep, part of your last round. Thank you for that reminder.
Last question, not to slow things down, but can one hold their actions in Pathfinder?
One can. The way that usually happens is it is 2 actions to hold 1 action. It is a little bit odd. So there's 2 things you could do. So you can spend. So let's say you want to. I know it sounds weird. If you want to do something that is 1 action, but you want to basically hold your reaction for it so that you can do it whenever you want to, then you're gonna on your turn take 2 actions to do that. However, you also can just move in turn order. You can hold your turn. That's also an option. So you could just wait until. Usually what happens is you get taken out of turn order, and then you say, okay, now I want to go, and put back in.
Just can't be in the middle of someone's turn.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right. With that, it is Gerran's turn.
As he like has essentially like at the sound like rolled over, or it was kind of facing. The way I look at it is like he was facing where this was at when he was asleep anyway. So he like sees like the viscera and gore and the exit stage left of this boar, and as he sort of quietly like rises to his feet, looking at this thing, and heart already like beating super fucking fast. He kind of just quickly like looks to make sure that he has an eye on everyone, and he just quietly, like just above a whisper, he just goes, "Zigzags, don't run straight. Dense trees, stay low, move." And he's going to fucking hightail it to like the northwest. Oh yeah, cool. Hell yeah. Can you tell I thought about this for 2 weeks? And and he's going to essentially. He's not trying to get too super far away, so he can keep within eye shot of everybody. But he's going to use. Is it an action to grab a hold of my grappling hook, or is it free?
I mean, it's technically an action, but we usually allow grabbing things while running because I think it's easy enough.
Yeah, fair enough. And so I'm gonna then burn 3 actions straight up and hightail it to the northwest.
Northwest.
And I'm looking for my following my own advice and seeing if there's areas in which to use the grappling hook to get off the fucking ground.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Pinto.
Okay, well, I'm sure glad that I shit my pants in my last turn, because I definitely would have spent time doing that.
Free action to poop your pants.
Okay, so, I mean, a lot of stuff is happening. And in a split second. This is something we don't know about. What this creature is, we've never seen it. There are no books about it. This is not something that Pinto would have ever read about. Or is this something that he may have touched upon as some sort of mythical creature? Is this his first time even like coming across the concept?
Fun thing you can do. You can do a knowledge check on this creature, so you can make a nature check to see what you know about this creature.
I am no dummy. Is this like for action? Like, is this part of my turn? Because I don't need to know that bad. Like, I don't need to find out what it is as it eats me.
It would be part of your turn.
Spent a lot of time making this character.
It would be part of your turn. Go ahead and do it for free because we're in this like faux initiative order.
Thank you. It's
yeah,
very generous of you.
Clever girl. I know you're a girl. Death.
Right.
Waffles is the nice GM, just for the record.
Thank you.
I am not when the dice kill you, though.
What am I adding to this?
Nature.
What sort of nature? Oh, I got a 4.
Yeah, you've never seen it before. It looks kind of like a lizard.
Holy moly! I'm not on Fitz at this point. So the plan's to run, right?
You were on me,
I think
or else
you
you're not
did.
getting the buff, dude. You strapped yourself into my stirrup.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you're on.
If I wasn't, I was going to cast Warp Step, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't say it in the spell, but Warp Step I can only cast it on myself, right?
Yes.
Poop. It definitely would have helped if I could cast it on Fitz.
Do you, bro?
Actually,
I mean, if I'm just on you,
when you walk the earth wraps with the, it says you. It doesn't. Weirdly, it's not something that you cast on anybody.
Yeah, it's not a touch. It's not a touch spell. Okay. And this thing is not close to us. It's not like in melee range. It's nothing. Trex is farther away from us, right?
Yeah, you think maybe its tail could reach you, but it would have to spin around for that if you're talking about like
okay.
If you're talking about like opportunity attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
I am going to. I'm gonna cast message.
Okay.
Okay.
To the T-Rex. Hey guys, fun fact about Pinto: not like a warcaster. Not yet. Hello. How are you? We don't mean you any harm. We're so sorry to encroach on your space. Maybe like soft white noise. Shh.
Just shushing it.
Does do anything for you? Shh, go to sleep.
It's so it's like picked its head up to roar, and it now like puts its head like back down, and you see it kind of turning its head side to side, trying to look and identify where it's coming from, and you watch as one eye, as it kind of turns its head, stares straight at you.
The problem is you all alone. Oh.
Make me a perception check for free.
Okay. Quick question. I mean, if I'm casting message, it is just in his head, right? It's not. Does message work that he knows it's coming from me or she? They?
No, but you are. It's Don't worry about it.
So nervous.
Don't worry about it. Just give me that
T-Rex
perception
pronoun check.
I am rolling garbage right now, guys. What roll was this?
Perception.
Okay, it's a 10.
Okay, perfect.
It's half good.
Yeah, it's looking around, but it seems to not be like oh, it's probably not looking at you. You're the smallest thing. It's probably just looking at like everybody that's right here grouped up together.
Yeah.
Yep, just nothing here. I'm behind you.
I will say based on your message, you do notice it's probably not intelligent enough to understand the language. But it does hear what you're saying. With that, Lenora.
I did not think about this for 2 weeks. I mean, I thought
What, you got
about
like a life or
it.
something?
I thought about it in the abstract. I didn't like. It didn't occur to me that I could plan. Okay, I got a couple questions. So we're running. We're running. Okay, so what's my distance right now?
From what?
Why we're running from
Like-
the T-Rex?
You're starting off like 25 feet. Waffles, you can check for me if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to track distances too much.
And like
I'm just trying to track directions and stuff and like full
maybe
speeds
stupid
and-
question. We know the T-Rex is like bad.
I mean, it bit
I
the
wanna
head
cuddle
off a
it.
boar.
Well, Pinto
Okay, but
doesn't
maybe
think so.
maybe
Real
it was
talk.
just hungry. Okay, can I
Okay.
make?
You can make a
I
nature
also
check.
do a free check?
For sure.
Does it have to be nature?
I will allow perception too, if that's okay, Waffles.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, yes. All right. Where is that? Oh, right here. Haha.
It did kill
That
a
is
boar that you
a-
would have had trouble.
Okay, but it was maybe hungry.
No, for
so-
sure. I'm not saying it's an evil creature here.
Okay, so it's +4. 22!
Okay. So, what Waffles says is accurate. In this quick moment where you're getting up, you're reacting, and you watch Gerran run off, zigzag pattern. You turn to this T-Rex, and with a 22, this is what perception, right? So this is what you kind of immediately understand. One, that boar that it just killed was a giant boar. Like Waffle said, you would have had trouble with the boar, and it bit it with one bite, dead. That gives you a scale of what you're working with here. With that T-Rex being this close to you, there's one other thing with the 22 that I will give you. As the blood, and content warning, blood and viscera and such, as the blood kind of drips out of its mouth from the boar, you catch something. I think it's the color difference maybe that does it for you, but as the rest of it, the blood sort of comes out of its mouth, and it starts to you just see the drool and saliva in its mouth, you notice it kind of has this blue-green tint, and as you look it in the eyes, you see that same blue-green tint kind of reflected in its eyes, and as it roars and some of that just kind of gets spread out in front of you, you see how enraged this T-Rex is, and how it's just focused on one thing and one thing only.
To do a murder to us?
To do murder, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Not
not,
just one.
nice.
But prospectively 4 murders.
Yeah. Okay, so not
Not
nice.
including the boar.
Okay.
Well, I characterize it more as manslaughter. This doesn't
Yeah.
feel premeditated. I know I'm probably going to
Sure.
be the minority in this, but if we can help it, guys, please don't kill it. Okay?
Okay, Lenora doesn't listen. She casts. She's actually gonna start off mild, she's gonna cast fear to try and kind of slow it down.
Ooh.
So that is a will save. So it's a +6. No, that's the what he has to do. Is it just a
what's
20?
your
Do I have sorry, do I have any
Your
like
DC
bonus for this? Yes.
You don't roll on it. This is the DC spell. It should be.
Your DC is 16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you have to do it.
Okay,
The
so
creature has to
it
do
rolls a will
saving throw.
save, and you don't think the spell took any purchase whatsoever.
What did
yeah.
it? Wait, I don't see it. And what did it
Yeah,
roll?
you're not allowed to.
Damn it! I want to see it.
Can I?
You get to see it. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Let's just call it a critical success.
God damn it!
Which means
All right.
26 or higher for the record.
Right. Don't forget. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Pathfinder, don't forget that is 10 over, not necessarily, or a natural 20 is not necessarily.
Yeah.
Just natural 20.
Okay. Annoying. Okay, that sucks. Do I still have another action?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. And I'm looking at the map. All right. I am going to try and I'm not going to necessarily try and set the T-Rex on fire. I'm going to try and like do some big old fire kind of between the T-Rex and where we are so that we maybe have a little bit more time to run.
For sure.
So I'm gonna cast, where's Ignition? I'm gonna
It's
cast
a remix.
the remix to Ignition.
Are you barbecuing
Make
the
a
boar for him? Or her? So
No,
they don't get
it's-
trichinosis?
No. It's so that we can come back and eat the boar once we finish with the T-Rex.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Multitasking, smoking some brisket.
I will say ignition is 2 actions, as was fear.
Damn it. So what do I actually have left?
You have
Nothing.
one
I have
action
one
left.
action.
Yep.
Eat my shorts. Okay.
That will be one action.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I even have...
Homebrew.
And
Oh,
you might
okay.
need
I
to
see
just,
now where it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to... Where it say how many action? I'm not the
So
brightest
it's
with
little
all this.
icons. So really next to the name, there are like
Yeah,
diamonds.
it's 2. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't have any that are 1. That's... Oh,
Yeah, very
Diabolic Edict. I can do Diabolic Edict. That's 1. Can I try that?
That's true.
Oh,
Listen,
can
you
I
can
try
always try, but I want you
Can
to
I
just
tr-
listen
yeah.
because we're dealing with like life and death and extreme stuff here.
Yeah.
I always am down to focus in just a little bit more, and I want to just remind you that this is a very, very dangerous creature, and you are choosing to stand there and try to fling spells at it. You are welcome to do so. I am not stopping you. I just want you to know what that looks like from, because I know it's hard to get like when you get bogged in with like all the action economy to just take a step back and this is what it looks like.
Also, for sake of anything you're attempting to do, the target of Diabolic Edict is one willing creature, so you'd have to cast it on your allies.
Oh yeah, one willing living creature. I did not.
Oh,
I don't think it wants to be casted on.
So lame. No, okay, so can I just fucking run or whatever?
Yeah.
Or like just throw something at it? Can I just like throw a dagger and run?
Yep.
Or is that two
Those
actions?
are two. You gotta choose. Yeah.
Fine, I'll just fucking run. God damn it.
The
Lenora
fear,
runs.
Unfortunately.
Lenora
Lenora's
hates
running.
being inactive, but
Yes.
she's like, oh shit, there no fire or whatever. What is it? No, I didn't do fire. I did. It's
No
not
fear.
scared.
No
it's
fear,
not
yeah.
scared, so now I'm scared.
Now, the only question I have for you is: do you run in the same direction as Gerran or a different direction?
Okay, I'm gonna run in a different direction and yell out, shit. I'm trying to figure out like where we can meet.
I mean, most of anyone that's not trained in survival, you can assume that you're probably going to get lost in these woods, in this forest.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna run in like not in exactly the same direction, but maybe like a 45-degree angle.
Kind of like starting to
from
fan out, but where you
Gerran.
can keep eyesight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And just yell out, split up and try not to get lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, Fitzy.
Bogie, did you want to jump back in and retcon your
Oh,
shield?
yeah. Just because I did have a little bit more action econ, I am going to cast shield on myself.
You see, whoop, magical shield.
As I dig my heels into the little foot and hand handles that have been tailored onto the back of Fitzy's outfit.
Yeah, Fitz.
Fitz's blood runs cold. He's never seen anything like this in his life, and there's a strange magnificence to the creature. All the muscles rippling as it's screaming, the stench that's coming off of it. It's like so many new and overwhelming things.
Oh my god, just
that
kiss
he
it already.
knows he shouldn't be around at all in any way whatsoever. And so he will start
Leans
to
in and gives it a kiss. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I mean, if that's gonna save me, then yeah, I'll run towards and give it a tug. Let me find that cloaca.
I seduced the monster.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Clip
like
that, you nerds. So, if this map is accurate, would this can I move to this tree? Would that cost 2 actions? Oh my god, how do
You
I
can
unclip
definitely move to the tree. We can say it costs 1 or 2. I am not tracking exact distances with this.
Outstanding. I'm gonna move towards the tree that is southeast. How do I ping? There you go. Great. And Fitz is going to use one of his new level skills as while he's holding the shield. And I want it to be clear, as he's backing up to this tree. He's maintaining eye contact with this beast.
For sure.
Because he doesn't want to turn away for a second. So he's kind of like blind man feeling for the tree, and he'll whisper up at Pinto and be like, "Okay, you need to be the eyes in the back of my head," as he sort of stumbles until he hits the bark, and then you just he'll switch his shield, unless that costs an action, to his other arm. Nope, you know what? He's just going to raw dog it with his actual hand. He is going to ram his hand into the bark of this tree and start putting with one arm and one leg and one more, and not the other arm with the shield raised the entire time because of his Titan climber feed or whatever. He is going to 3-limbed crawl them up to the canopy of the tree so that he can look over at his compatriots and, if need be, distract from above.
So what is
this
skill thing that you're doing?
Yeah. It is, that would be...
I love that skill.
That is Combat Climber. Your technique allows you to fight as you climb. You're not off guard when climbing and can climb with a hand occupied.
Sheesh. Cool. I like it.
Okay.
You got
It's
it,
the T-Rex's
Fitz.
turn then.
Push it, dude.
I think the less sound we make would be better for us, my friend.
Sorry.
So you start basically just climbing up this tree. At this point, you have basically, just for everybody at home, podcast listeners not watching, split the party, and I
The
like
party
it.
is split.
So with that, Waffles.
Yep. It is the T-Rex's turn. Seeing everyone split around, its head kind of turns to each of you, looking at your... You saying one for me?
Don't forget the thing at the top of every round.
Yeah. And as it seems to get ready to move to what looks to be 2 tasty morsels together, it lets out another roar, and I need a will save from each of you.
From all of us?
Everybody.
Everyone that can hear it, and you're still pretty close.
Okay.
14 plus 7, 21.
Okay.
18. That's
yeah.
a high.
18 for me
Hey.
too.
Double high.
Hey.
21.
Whose bar mitzvah are we giving money to right now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. It seems
I got
being
you
the
a
second
T-Rex
time,
15-year-old.
being the second time you've heard this, it does seem a little harder not to get scared, but you all pass. With that, it is going to run down to the two tasty morsels. They're probably
Yeah.
mortal
Probably
as well.
mortal too, yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna find out in a second.
morsels.
Tasty. Mortal.
And then it is going to swing around, break the tree that you're on, and send shrapnel in Lenora's direction.
Well, don't you mean like attempt
We're
to
the
break
morsels?
the tree?
Not the ground morsels?
No, I mean the tree's not moving as like an AC of 0. It can break it.
Cool.
So it is going to spin around. It is going to break the tree. It sends y'all flying maybe about 10, 15 feet in that direction towards Lenora, as well as with the shrapnel. So for y'all, I need a reflex saving throw, and Lenora, I also need a reflex saving throw.
Okay, let's see.
different
All right,
reflex
that's also a +6. That's a 12. Shit.
You got a 23.
Okay.
All right,
12 all
my
day.
rolls are coming back.
That's an unfortunate 11.
Okay. Fitz, you take 5 damage as you fall. You probably shield Pinto, and which is keeping Pinto from taking damage. You did have your shield raids. If you want it to take some of the damage for you, you could probably try to get it under you.
I'll just take the damage.
Okay, so you take 5 damage. Lenora, you get pelted by shrapnel. You take
Don't like
a
that.
total of 5 piercing damage. And then I
Ow.
need a fortitude save.
Ugh. It's at least a +5. 10.
10. Okay.
So 10.
Doing great.
You are now bleeding.
Great.
So
Awesome.
at the top of your turn, you'll take 1d4 bleed damage.
Okay.
And it seems to like the smell of that blood as well.
Oh, fantastic. So good. So great.
Yeah. Gerran, your
Amazing.
turn.
Did this go exactly how
round.
you'd hoped?
Man, what a round. Yeah.
That's a good round.
I guess it was opposite day. No, it's
Everybody
cool. It's
run.
cool.
Everybody just stands.
Nah, I'm
very
alright. I'm
still.
cool. I'm cool. So, yeah, as he kind of spins around and then sees Lenora casts a spell, Fitz and Pinto go flying. Fuck. And he's going to sort of spin around towards where that that little this little fern is, sort of like right up in the upper middle.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so stupid. And he's going to take out. Hear me out with a little flavor action here for you folks. What he'd like to do is he takes out both his rapier and his star knife at the same time, and he begins to twirl them both, and then begins to slam them together really loudly. And just goes, "Hey!" And I'd like to use Fascinating Performance. And I'm going to attempt to fascinate.
I'm just picturing you in front of this T-Rex being like, "There's no business like
show business, no business, I know."
Electric jazz hands. That'd be
What
great.
a fascinating performance.
Dude, quite literally. Let's see. Because I have Focus Fascination and Impressive Performance, I can use Performance instead of Diplomacy, but they're the same role. So we're just gonna see what happens. Oh god, what a terrible idea. That's a 12. I'm gonna hero point that because I have 2 of them.
Is there any chance this is not a roll and it's a will save from the thing?
I don't think so. Let me double check for you. You performed. Oh, compare my results, so it's a performance versus the will DC.
Okay, easy. Yeah.
So yes, sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna hero point that because I need to roll better. I rolled slightly better. That's a 16 for performance.
That would be a critical failure.
Okay.
Question, Waffles.
Yeah.
When Fitz and Pinto went falling and crashing down to the ground, is Pinto still on?
I was gonna ask.
Fitz is back?
Yeah, how did we land?
I'm gonna say since Pinto made the reflex save that Pinto was able to like land in the stirrups or whatever. I do think Fitz is prone.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, not
Great.
to bring it back. I just
For
wanted to
flavor,
double check.
could he have landed on his face and I did an Avengers pose?
Yeah.
For flavor,
absolutely.
can I land just like Jeff Goldblum is reclining post-injury, mayhaps in Jurassic Park?
Only
Shirt
if
askew?
wonderful people draw this for us. That's
Yeah,
the only way I'll allow it.
God, remind me
But-
to post in the Discord my picture with Jeff Goldblum.
Perfect.
Please.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
please.
We are in the midst of a fascinating performance.
Didn't
for-
work though.
for all intents and purposes, it does notice you. The sound is still loud. It just mechanically you
Didn't
critically
fascinate. Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll say it's the smell of the blood in the air is
Totally makes sense.
Yeah, it's
a little
distracting it.
more important. It's an order of operations situation. It's like multiplication is more important than addition, right?
So
PIMDOS T-Wex.
I'm sorry. Did the T-Rex critically fail, or did Gerran critically fail?
I critically failed.
Gerran critically.
Cool.
failed.
Cool.
We're all
Makes
dying
sense
today.
considering what we know.
And it was an attack that you failed at, or
No, it was essentially I'm trying to distract her from trying to eat you. And that
Yeah.
didn't work. Okay, so that was I think one action, but you told me different. I don't see anything that's like a 2-action anything, so I still have 2 left. Cool, as I'm sweating a lot. This is very bad. So kind of switches back to his grappling hook, and is there like as I mentioned being closer to like a tree, but I know I sort of moved. I recognize I said I moved, but so is that 2 actions? I don't know, but you tell me.
Oh, you said you were moving.
Yeah, because I was trying to be like bing, 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 and get out of the tree line that I was at, but
I will say, yeah, you probably
I'm cool either way.
moved. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So then 1 action left. That's fine. In that case, I'm going to take out my my grappling hook, and I'm going to maneuver over towards like a large tree branch. And even though I don't have any action, my intent is to throw it up over there and to create like a essentially a fulcrum to try to rescue somebody. And he'll sort of yell out, "This way! Grab a hold of this, and I'll spin you up." He points up to the tree.
Are you talking to
And,
anybody in particular? Like, are you? Because Lenora is closest.
I'm
to
looking
you.
at Lenora. Yeah, I'm looking at Lenora.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's
Pinto.
that's my turn.
Tis Pinto's turn.
Okay, is the map accurate? I'm
The map
10
is not
feet away from him.
the map is not distantly accurate. It is more directionally accurate.
All right, how much distance is between myself and this thing?
Assume somewhere between 20 and 30 feet.
Perfect. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. Full disclosure, I've used this on a rowdy prelim or two. Never anything this big. So here goes. I am gonna pull out my bonded item, which is my wand, which has been carrying the sleep spell, and I am going to attempt to cast sleep on Trex.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So I need Trex to roll a will save. The DC is 18.
Okay. I shall.
Okay.
I'm also not rolling bad on top of everything. It critically succeeds.
Cool.
I want to suggest something in this moment.
I won't suggest anything, so stop calling me the nice Jim.
And this is something to do with getting adjusted to Pathfinder and everything. That's why I'm kind of giving some behind the scenes as well. Creatures like this, when we talk about how vicious they are and how dangerous they are, that will likely apply to a Pathfinder's quite good at like evening how things level up and things like that. So their saves, things like that, are also going to be as tough as like their attacks are and things like that. So I respect the hustle. I just want y'all to keep it in mind. How does that sound good?
As we get murdered, manslaughtered.
Yeah, I just don't have much for this guy in terms of options. That was 2 actions. I am still on Fitz. I can't really do anything else.
You can always get off Fitz if you need to.
You can. I'll just scoop you back up.
Well, I don't think I have any reason to at this point. I'm going to cast Message one more time.
Okay.
Probably should have cast Shield, but you know what? What's that +1 going to do? Hi, I'm Pinto, and
Starts looking around again.
it's okay. It's okay. We are so sorry to bother you in your home. If you'll allow us, we will simply just skedoodle out of here. And just so you know, you could use your reaction to respond.
You hear the loudest roar in your brain. I need a wheel sit. No, I'm just kidding.
How does
A
the T-Rex,
psychic roar? That is
How does
it's
the
not
T-Rex
level 2 stuff.
how does T-Rex laugh? I just really want to know.
Weh, weh, weh.
Twix, twix, twix. It's like a Pokemon, it just says its own name.
Trex.
Twix, twix, twix. Okay. You say
I am saying but I don't know if I want to say it or not, but I did hear something that Bogie said just now, and you were like, that's not a level 2 encounter or something about that.
This something tells me this ain't a level 2 creature that we're.
What gave that away? I'm
fighting.
really
Yeah.
curious. What was it that gave that away?
I will give one small tidbit. The boar would have been a level 2 encounter.
Yeah.
Okay. Lenora, your turn.
Do I have to roll for
Bleeding.
So
yeah,
what's-
bleeding.
What is that, a D4?
That's just me. I'll just tell you what damage you take.
Oh shit, I just rolled a 4.
Oh, me too.
Nice, that's crazy. Is that good or bad?
You take 4 bleed damage, and at the end of your turn, remind me, and you get to make a save to see if your body just staunches it on its own. Clots up and stuff.
Okay, I'm bleeding pretty bad.
For
Okay.
mechanic's sake, it will be a new 1d4 roll every beginning of your turn.
Am I cool to just keep running?
Yeah.
Great. Can I, you know what? Can I try for one more ignition in front of the creature just to get some level of distraction between us? Because
I'll say this, Waffles, tell me if you disagree. I would say you can, but as a reminder to what Gerran said kind of to you about the grappling hook, you wouldn't then have the action economy to climb it. You'd be able to run over there, but not climb it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any climbing.
To be fair, I don't think Gerran got the grappling hook up yet anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, is the thing now that we are running to Gerran to try and climb the grappling hook up into... How big is the T-Rex versus the trees or whatever?
Big enough to
There are
break 'em
some
down.
trees, particularly the one that Gerran is near. You see how it's a little larger on the map. There's some trees that are,
Yeah.
what would you say, Syrup? 60 to 100 feet? Like,
Yeah, like so again, like you're in like with around sequoias and things like that, but like kind of jungly, but all of the trees here
Yeah.
are massive compared to what you might expect here. So yes, this T-Rex is huge. Some trees it's near, and some trees are even bigger.
yeah, the T-Rex is probably about 25 feet tall. Some trees are 60 to 100, so.
Okay. I'm gonna...
You're also welcome to just book it. Like, you do you.
Yeah, no, but
You can also turn around and throw a rock at it.
You got a Pokeball?
Look,
Or the grappling hook.
honestly, I want to throw like a dagger or something at it and just see if it lands in its eye, but I don't want to waste movement that I
Does
could
Lenora
be
think that
using.
would kill it?
No, she just thinks it would annoy the shit out of it, which is like a step. Fuck it, I'm throwing a dagger. I'm sorry,
Okay.
like.
Yeah.
Do you, dude?
You chunk-
It's
you chunk
fine.
a dagger.
Also, I would like to Here's the thing, maybe not right at this second, but I feel like being injured in the way that she is right now makes her a little bit angry,
Yeah. Hell
Sure.
yeah.
and you wouldn't like her when she's angry.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
I am always down for a roleplay decision. So if Lenora is angry because she's bleeding and chunks a dagger, that sounds perfect to me.
Great. I just don't think
Hysterical. I love
I can't use Cathartic Mage on a dagger though. It has to be
Yeah.
a spell triggered by an emotion.
The
So-
only thing I think you could maybe is if you have telekinetic projectile. You could telekinetic
No,
projectile.
I
your
don't.
dagger?
So I
Okay.
think I'm gonna hold it until I get really angry, assuming I'm still alive. So I think what I'm gonna do is try and hurl a dagger to its eye. I think. Do I have? Or actually, I have. It says thrown 10 feet. So is that? Am I within range?
Nah, you're probably like 60 feet away.
Oh, never mind. I don't think I have anything within range of that, regardless. So I'm just gonna fucking run. What? We did a lot of talking for nothing. if I'm 60 feet
all
away,
this went through Lenora's brain though, so it's important.
yeah, it sure did.
In like 3 seconds. It's great.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's
Okay,
good information
so
for later.
you-
So we're just fucking booking it, and I think we're gonna book it. Ooh, let me see. Sorry, let me look at the thing. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm booking it toward Gerran at this point because if we've got the grappling hook, and then we can teamwork it. I don't think that we're running away from this alone. So I'm just gonna take all my action to run that way.
Perfect.
Okay. That sounds good. So you're running to Gerran?
Yeah, running up that hill.
Okay. Do you want to go past him? You do have enough movement to like go another 30 feet. Or do you want to just stop near him?
Is there something I could do to help him with the grappling hook?
Yeah, I'll say you could like take it from it because he has it pulled out, so you could like take it from his hands and then
Yeah,
try
can I
to
just-
hook it on the tree.
Shit, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Ugh. Okay,
It's not very hard.
that's okay.
We're like
Plus
a standing
two.
There have
relay.
been so many innuendos that I've just slept on, and I want you all to know how respectful I'm being.
Listen,
Thank you, Mac.
hey Mac, we're in the exact same boat because the amount of times I wanted to say something specifically about, like, what is it, impressive performance?
Come
It's
on.
fascinating.
Fascinating performance.
Fascinating performance. Well,
There's an
couple of
impressive
different
one. There's an
Yep.
impressive
Okay.
I
one.
have both.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Why
I'm
didn't you do that
rolling
one?
for
I did
athletics.
both.
Yeah. Athletics roll. Go.
Cool.
Just didn't work.
That's a 15.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Not
I think
worse.
easy enough. One of the the max rope you can have is 50. So about 40 feet up, you catch the grappling hook on a limb. Pretty good throw, and it's snug and ready for both of y'all. You don't have any more actions to climb at this turn, but you and
That's
Gerran
cool.
are ready now. With that, Fitz.
Can I snag one of those cool free rolls everyone's been talking about? Just
Yeah,
to roll
yeah,
a
yeah.
survival check since I never did like what all the cool kids did.
You want like what are you
a
trying
nature.
to? Yeah, you want.
Oh, I am looking specifically for a hard surface that thing cannot hit on. I'm looking for like a big ass rock.
Okay. I think that would be a survival check.
Survival, or I say, or perception, if that's better for you.
Fucking ones, dude. Another
You have
one.
a hero
Really?
point, but it's the
Oh
only
my
thing that's
God.
going to save
It's
your
okay.
life, so it's your call.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
just
This
as
is
a
the free
reminder.
roll.
Fuck it.
We started in
That was
combat.
the free roll, so it's okay.
Now make a sick attack roll.
Oh, so Fitz is prone.
Kill it.
He was in a tree, and in an instant, he has found himself picking his face up off of his shield, off of the ground, and just sees this like dark arterial red smear of blood running down the inside of his shield. And as he like picks his head up, he sees that the beast is still so far away, and just puts his arm on the ground and uses one of his actions to remove himself from being prone.
Yep.
And so
And
doing
from there-
so, the flower that you had in your hand.
It was tucked into
perfect.
my
Okay.
cravat.
Perfect.
But if you were gonna say something cool about the flower, I'm
No,
down
it's
to
all
hear
good.
it.
It's all good.
Fireball.
Make sure you still had it on you. That's all.
Yeah. And Fitz, as he's standing up, will even pat around to make sure, one, that his organs feel like they are where they should be, and two, that his gear is still on him, that included.
Yeah.
He's going to start running towards the I guess any sort of boulder that is nearby, if there is one.
Okay. Yeah, right now you don't see one. I will say the only thing you do remember is like traveling that every once in a while when the trees thinned out, that probably like 400, 500, 600 feet to the west, you think that you remember seeing like a mountain ridge.
Yeah, this entire time you've been getting more mountainous, like in your travels the past couple days.
That's kind of where y'all were sent.
And so it seems to be that when you started heading in that westward direction, the flower was opening up anyways, and more northwest to be fair. But from where you found yourselves and from the time that you had like before all of this, you placed the mountain range that you know is sort of northwest of Roga relatively closer to you, and so there should be more mountainous region coming up.
And we are nowhere near that like unidentifiable structure, right? We are now days away from that.
You're a good day away from that, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I guess while I run the fuck away in the opposite direction in serpentine fashion with my other 2 turns, yeah, that would be great. Perfect. That's like the best location. As I'm running, can I look at the bud?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Does it look any different now that the monster is here?
So I will say that it you're looking at it and you're running, and I mean it's hard to even like focus on all of this, and you're booking it to the northwest. And as you do, you kind of watch as like one of the petals opens up a little bit further, and you're like, okay, actually this is a great direction to go in as well. And it seems to be the opening up like more than it's been very gradual for the past 2 days, and to sort of watch a petal like pop open is unique.
Okay. As Fitz tries to like wipe the blood out of his face and off the petal and out of his mouth, he will just yell, "On me!" as he
Perfect.
runs northwesternly.
Okay.
Okay. That is the T-Rex's turn. Sir, you have anything?
Yep. At this point, whether going up in the trees or starting to run, you each have kind of given some distance as the T-Rex's turn's about to come up. What I would like to do is sort of zoom out. You can still look at the map, but we're not going to like token map it exactly, so that we can just move things a little bit quicker as well. So imagining zooming out, I will take us off of the map overlay for sake of Theater of the Mind here. You guys can still look, it's all fine. But I want to just sort of zoom out a little bit and start telling me, like Waffles was saying, like almost like an exploration mode, like what you're doing. And that could be I am distracting, I am running, I am trying to climb up, I'm trying to get height, that type of stuff is kind of where I want to look at things at this point, because you have each given a solid amount of distance as it's the T-Rex's turn, and then I will turn it over to Waffles. Does that sound cool? Perfect.
Okay. The T-Rex is going... It looks like it could probably catch up to a couple of y'all. It is thinking about running towards Lenora. It is going to place itself between as many of you as it can and the other half of the boar. And then it is going to slam its tail into the ground towards Lenora and Gerran. Both of y'all, I need a reflex saving throw as just rock, shrapnel, and dirt comes flying at you.
Fuck you.
He had a fascinating performance.
Hey, that's a 23 on reflex
Great
saving.
roll.
Okay.
Great roll.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Does a 15 fail?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That's going to trigger Cat's Luck. When I fail a reflex saving throw, I get to re-roll the save. Natural fucking 20.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Lenora, you take half damage, so you will take 4 piercing damage. You take no damage, Gerran. And on the success of the save, you will no longer... You do not get more bleeding damage, Lenora.
Great. I only have 1 million
I will say,
piercing
give me...
damage.
Yeah, 4 piercing damage. I will say, give me... We didn't do it at the end of your last turn, so give me a 1d20 roll. Flat. No bonus. If you roll 15 or higher, then your body clots up and you don't bleed anymore.
Let's go.
Hey.
Yes!
Okay.
Thank you.
Which,
Yeah.
which makes perfect sense. It stops smelling. It stops smelling the blood from Lenora. It realizes it has another half food back here. Are y'all worth the trouble, or does it want to eat? Is what it's trying to decide. And now it is Gerran's zoom out turn.
Yes.
My heart is beating so fast.
There's an air of frustration and anger as no one.
You are a little
fucking-
quiet. Sorry. I'm not
Am I
sure
quiet
why.
again?
I'm not sure. Just a little bit.
Okay.
You're good. Thank you.
I touched the game a little bit.
Better.
There's like an air of jump scare. There's an air of like frustration and like anger that you can see, that Lenora can see like written on his face. I'd actually like Lenora to make a perception check.
All right.
Okay. Alright, +4. That's 10. Sorry, buddy.
10. All right, fair enough. He's holding on to something, and he kind of clears his thoughts for a sec, and then grabs a hold of the grappling hook, tugs on it to make sure. We need to move. This is not happening to me again. And he grabs a hold of you without asking, and tugs on the grappling hook, and whoop, all the way up to the tree.
Top of the tree. Okay. So you're going up.
Yeah, I don't know how force movement works, so.
Lenora, are you actively resisting? Like, are you trying to get out of his grip as he pulls you up?
I'm not actively resisting, but I am not fucking happy at
That
being touched.
Yep.
Perfect. And so like Gerran, you led it up to me perfectly, but the as you're running up, honestly, the last of your feet like leave the ground, as you feel the shaking of the earth as the T-Rex is like running towards you, it's the vibrations that do it. It's the vibrations that make you feel like perhaps you're somewhere else for a split second. And as you kind of snap out of that, you grab Lenora, perhaps not even recognizing who it is that's actually next to you, as you grab her and just propel yourself up. And I would love, did you roll for that, or am I, no, right? Not yet?
Nah, you don't really roll for like
Okay.
rope stuff.
Perfect.
Also,
the tool makes a no roll. I mean, you I think you're technically supposed to roll, and it's a DC 5 athletics, but like whatever.
You with your acrobatics, I would say it's easy enough.
Yeah,
Can I just say in the moment that that Gerran grabs Lenora right before they shoot up. She just looks at it and goes, "Ah!" And that's it.
Perfect.
That's the reaction.
Absolutely.
There's too much going on, and all she can do at unexpected touches, "Ah!"
So
Use your life.
with that, so just to kind of give the pace, right? Like we're doing exploration mode.
Totally.
So
Yeah,
Gerran,
yeah.
basically, he is continuing to run, but he's going up and trying to go across tree limbs here.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
grabbing a hole and he's gonna. Yep, 100%.
Okay.
Yep, totally.
Perfect. Pinto, what are you doing?
Not sure, Syrup. Not sure.
General action here.
Yeah. Well,
Time for me to
terms
flip
of
my hourglass
helpful
over and
spells,
put you on a timer.
am I gonna try to distract him? Right at the moment, Trex is not chasing us. You said, right?
He went forward and tried to throw like upturned things at you. You don't think he's not chasing you anymore, but he's probably still chasing you. But it's just that was what he did in that moment.
Right. How far away are we from that boar?
Boar is pretty far
body?
behind you at this point. You've been running.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
90 feet.
Okay. Can I? All right. Can I
If you
make?
just want to support, Fitz is running by helping, trying to like move things out of the way of this difficult terrain.
I'm trying to. I'm thinking telekinetic hand. Either aid someone or maybe I could lift. It's one bulk, right?
What I'll allow with that, because you are not actively running, you are holding on, and somebody else is doing the movement for you. If your exploration mode is basically using your telekinetic hand in the vicinity, whether that's Fitz or if depending how far or close you are, but in sort of like supporting role of like, oh, they're about to slip, let me try to, like, just little bits of like, I'm gonna do help here, I'm gonna help here with your hand, I'll allow that and give plus to if anybody else needs to roll.
I think that is probably going to be more effective than me trying to use telekinetic hand. I was thinking of like picking up a vine to like Tom and Jerry him. I don't think that's going to work.
Perfect.
Not
so
with
you
a
are in the
cantrip.
supporting role with your magic, trying to just
move away
make sure-
these obstacles, make the terrain a little bit easier to traverse.
Lenora,
What's up?
you are traversing up top with Gerran? You're just running?
It seems that way. So now, sorry, there's some distance between the T-Rex and
Yep.
I, correct? And we're in the trees.
Yep. You don't have to go along with Gerran. You could split ways. You could do whatever you want.
I want to take a second because now she's really angry, and we're gonna try and what's the distance between me and the T-Rex?
At this point, you're probably like 120 feet away.
Oh fuck it! What are we even doing here? Like, what are we even?
Running.
What are we doing?
Throwing daggers 10 feet. It might step on it, like Lego style.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's a D.
Yeah,
It's
just
literally a
start shoving them in
D4.
the ground.
But no, actually, I'm trying to
Press.
see if there's something that I can do to help the squirrel and his robot friend.
It's been a while. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call back.
What is my range? What's my range with the sling?
So,
Probably like 20 feet.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay, is there something that I could throw it at that would kind of distract him and like look into another direction, or like
Sure. I will.
something
yeah,
I
if you,
could light on fire that would, or try to light on fire that would like
all right,
move
I
his
will
attention away?
suggest, so you're going to traverse across the treetops, but if you want to aim with distraction, I'll say it'll slow you down just a touch behind Gerran, and I will let you do some distracting. Is that cool?
Yeah. Let me, sorry, I'm just trying to see how far am I from, gosh, I'm even farther from,
Don't worry about the map. That's not
thingy.
accurate anymore.
Okay, cool. So how far, all right, well, I'm trying to put something as near as I can between the T-Rex and, Fitz and, Pinto. So is there something between them or like behind the T-Rex that I could aim for?
I will say with your fire and your want for that type of stuff, like you can grab one of the break off like some type of tree branch, light it on fire, and try to aim it behind in a certain way to like put up some guard and stuff like that to like put distance between the two of them. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, but I don't think I can throw the ignition range is 30 feet, and I don't think I can throw any farther than that.
What you'd be doing is you would be basically dropping it behind you because you're up in the treetops and you're still running.
Yeah.
So the T-Rex is gonna you're kind of preemptively.
Right. Okay. So then why don't I start? You know what? Can I do this? Can I start a fire at like a tree, toward the base of a tree that's about 30 feet in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. So I'll cast ignition at the base of like whatever the largest tree is, 30 feet away.
Okay.
And hopefully that can.
Perfect.
And then I'll
you can
fucking
totally
run.
like don't let do whatever you want. Like I'm totally
Yeah.
cool with it, but I feel like I have to react to this. Like
Please.
as he sees you do that, what are you doing? We're getting the hell out of here.
Do you not care about the chinchilla and the robot man any longer?
Would you rather you be alive versus them?
Don't stop it. And she gets angry, and that amplifies that puts her into cathartic
Oh
rage.
yeah, let's go.
She doesn't. The last thing she fucking wanted on this day was a T-Rex and a moral quandary. So
that needs to be a T-shirt. Can somebody please write that in chat?
T-Rex and a moral quandary.
The only thing I got was this stupid
she's
T-shirt.
really
T-Rex.
fucking upset. She's overstimulated.
I love it.
So places a cathartic mage in a heightened emotional state. Magical energy pours out, often manifesting invisible displays that cascade. Okay, blah 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 blah. I don't care. And yeah, it's with anger. So
I will say, sorry.
Yeah.
The trigger for this catharsis is an enemy deals damage to you.
fuck my entire life.
That's okay. That's
I mean,
okay.
he did.
That's okay. What?
Yeah.
So you against me, I guess.
we are not in like action economy combat, so I'm not too worried about that. We're zooming out, so I understand you're trying to light it on fire, and we're gonna just go with that. So
Yeah.
let's move forward. Just for timing's sake here.
Okay, great.
Fitz
My man's running.
running.
My man is
Running.
with the intention. Fitz is gonna start like throwing his shield into trees ahead of him to try to like stir anything big up from the branches to just offer distraction. If it's a flock of birds, if it's one of those giant ass fucking birds, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
So with Pinto on one shoulder and his shield flying, he'll just start or continue to keep following the bud.
And using my telekinetic hand, I'm kind of loosening up the shield every time he throws it. That way it's kind of easier for him to rip it out of the tree as he runs by it.
You got. Yeah. You're trying to help him with that. You said like with.
Yeah, it's all part of my telekinetic hand
Perfect.
shtick
I will say
that I'm doing
with
for this.
the two of you going on the ground, which would be difficult terrain. I mean, running through tree limbs is also not necessarily easy terrain, but I will say with your help, you're able to keep pace. And with Gerran, so right now I will say you're like not exactly equivalent, okay? So I would say right now with all of this, Fitz and Pinto are a little split from where the treetops are running. You are managing to keep pace on the ground. Gerran, you're pretty fast, and with your acrobatics, you're going to be a little bit ahead. And Lenora, you, because of your attempting to distract, are a little bit behind Gerran through the treetops, but also heading in that same direction. This continues. You are booking it. But the one thing, Fitz, you notice from the ground is the flower is beginning to open. And as soon as you are hitting rockier ground, and in fact, trees are still around but are thinning out just a little bit, and you've reached this sort of moment. So Gerran and Lenora, you have to make your way down in this moment. Fitz, with the flower blooming in this direction, you reach basically a mountain edge range. The trees end, and you start running on this flat ground, and your cover is disappearing. Behind you, the ground is still shaking as a T-Rex is trying to find you. With the help of the flower, you see a small crevice at the edge of this mountain. You can fit. The T-Rex will not fit.
Fitz, as he pushes closer to, will pop Pinto off his shoulder, toss him on the shield, and sled him through the crevasse as he yells,
Incredible.
"Follow the spinning man!"
Woo! You are
With your consent, of
close
course.
behind. Now, what I need, Gerran, you get off from the trees. However you are doing that, I would like you to make me a reflex or acrobatics, Waffles. What do you want for this?
Reflex saving throw if it's for landing on the ground kind of thing.
And it's for how quick you're gonna be in this.
Acrobatics.
Okay, acrobatics.
Can I have cast message to Gerran or Lenora to let them know about the location of this?
You guys are you're able to. Everybody's aware. Everybody's aware. We're good.
Okay.
That's an 18.
18. You slide down. You you nearly twist your ankle. You're like, nope, not fucking right now, and you are booking
it's
it.
a Zelda dodge roll,
Yep,
and right
dodge
you're about
roll,
to die
yep.
hitting the ground. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lenora, how is your acrobatics? Not great. Not great.
It's not amazing.
Not amazing.
Not
You are in the
fantastic.
treetops. You are at this point. You need to get down from there.
Yeah.
And you need to make it fast because you are the farthest behind right now. And the T-Rex is close behind. So,
Yeah.
Can I offer something?
please.
Please.
Gerran, you probably realized this before you jumped down. You know that you could leave your grappling hook with her, but how that would work, it would be stuck on the tree, and it's not like you would have it anymore.
You'd lose it, yep. You could sacrifice your grappling hook.
There's no. What other? I'm trying to see, because I have a.
You can have mine.
+2 in athletics, but there's a +6 in stealth. So is there a way I can sneak my way down the tree and then run?
I will let the stealth come in. Roll me a stealth check.
Fuck. All right. 1 second, please. That's a plus.
This is how character deaths
6.
happen.
This is.
God damn it. It's
Maybe.
a 24, you fucking guys.
You
24.
fucking guys!
It's a 24, you
The-
pieces of shit.
the
She's not
sauce
dying
on
today,
that one.
motherfuckers.
DC
24.
was 30.
With your acrobatics, you are trying to basically shimmy down this tree. You're already scratched up. You're like, fuck, I don't have you know that if you jump down from here, you're not going to duck and roll or drop and roll like Gerran did. So you're like, fuck. So you're trying to get down this tree as fast as you can without taking any more damage. At this point, through the end of the tree line, you hit the ground. To your left, the T-Rex comes crashing through into the open, the small open space between the edge of the tree line and the mountain. It slams its side into the mountain as it starts looking around for you. What did you roll in your stealth?
24.
24.
Can I say what I think she would do if she smashes into the mountain? If
She
he's
doesn't. The
looking
T-Rex
around,
does.
Right,
Okay.
he smashes into the mountain and he's looking around for her. She's weaving underneath him.
Okay, you're gonna try
So-
take that
Amazing.
moment,
Yeah.
hide basically in its shadow under its feet as you're like, I need to make it
Gerran
to
can't
where
find her.
the entire
Yeah.
rest of my party is with a 24. Do you want... Okay, hold on. I need to pull up some stats here.
Oh boy.
With a 24, what do we have?
That heartbeat is fantastic.
I know, it's
That is
freaking me
exactly
out.
Sounds
what
is-
that's what my heart sounds like right now. Holy shit.
Okay. Can you roll
My
me...
adrenaline is crazy.
Roll me a D100. I'll pull a Waffles.
Fuck.
Oh, let's go.
53.
Hey.
Okay, it was high-low.
Oh.
Okay. You sneak through it. You're going through, and at first you're not under it, but you're like, I will, quiet as a fucking mouse. Sorry, Pinto. Are going to try
Oh,
to go
fuck.
through. You recognize at the last second, the blood is still caked on you. It starts sniffing around. It whips its head. It looks you straight in the eye, and you watch that blue-green, like, drool drip from its mouth as you say, fuck it, at the very last second. That was that 53. You say, fuck it to yourself, and you just book it the rest away, full speed, sliding into the edge of that cave. And with that moment, the T-Rex, scenting you, seeing you, roars as it crashes straight into this like little like crack basically that is in the edge of this wall. And as you do, and it slams into the mountain once more, you all feel the rumbling as rocks start falling down. You are all inside this cave, but the way out has just been closed. But the T-Rex cannot get to you.
Great. Great. Very
We
good.
solved the T-Rex puzzle.
Is that what that was?
Everybody take a big breath.
Yup.
It was a panic attack is what it was.
Oh my god. That was fucking awesome.
As
Inside the
you-
cave are 2 more T-Rexes.
This is all the baby T-Rexes.
Take a moment to breathe. Blood, sweat, adrenaline beating hard in your veins. You all
Yours too.
take account of of yourselves, your things. And as things start to kind of clear up and get your bearings around you, you all notice the faint glow that is now coming from the flower. Fully blooming. Almost fully blooming. But it's open. It's open more than it has this whole entire time. It is a beautiful flower. Pink, soft pink and white petals with inside that pinkish glow that is now illuminating this little cave in front of you. The way out? Closed. There's only one way to go. Further in deep into this space. It seems to continue onwards. You are potentially hurt, you're potentially injured. In this very moment, we're gonna go to break.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Don't need
Wow,
to go pee
y'all.
because I
Wow.
peed already.
Too late, right?
Amazing,
Well
amazing
That was
job.
crazy.
Hate it here.
I love every second of it. Y'all are crazy.
Y'all are crazy. I love it. We'll be
Yo,
right back.
Waffles? Waffles, that sound is awesome, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
give me that
Shout out
heartbeat.
Brought to you
Pocket
by
Bard.
Pocket Bar.
Brought to you by Pocket
Right.
Bard, DJ'd
Right.
by our very own Waffles while running the combat. Fucking impeccable.
Classic.
Refresh your
Bogie, is
drinks.
Pocket Bard in the room with you right now? Are you being threatened by Pocket Bard?
Blink
Inside
twice.
the house.
If you're not being threatened by Pocket Bard, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
And you like it. Okay. And again, refresh, stretch, do what you gotta do, because we are not done, y'all, because this was a portion of what we prepped tonight. So we have a lot more. I'm really excited for what comes next. I hope you are as well. We'll be back in like just a little bit, so stick around. Mwah!
Love you.
Wow.
And we are back. Hello and welcome.
We're back. -1 T-Rex.
-1 T-Rex.
I love that
because they killed it.
Signed at the same time because we're so cute together.
That's true.
Adorable. So, in this moment, you all... Let me bring... Hold on. Okay. You all are gathering yourselves. You hear still the roaring of a very frustrated T-Rex that sort of like slams into this probably 1 or 2 more times before eventually wandering off. You don't know, like honestly quieting. Like you don't know if it's hovering around, where it's gone, what it's doing. In the immediacy, the only source of light here is this very faint glowing flower. Is there anything anybody needs to do in the immediate? I mean, yeah, there's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty. So take it away from here.
Is Lenora still bleeding?
Not actively.
I'm not actively. Yeah, just covered in delicious blood.
I'm going to use prestidigitation. I'm going to cast it on you to clean the blood off.
I was thinking of doing the same thing, but it's cute of you to do it first.
It's not that I don't think you can't do it. It's just helped have him lose the scent.
Fitz will also stand right there, covered in blood.
I actually have a question about blood for the GMs. Considering that I picked up Lenora and put her on a tree, is Lenora's blood in my hands and on my fur?
In minute, it's not covering you. Like you can, I'm sure you can find like some on your hand or something.
Okay.
Okay, you sold me. Everybody, hands in right now.
Put your left hand in.
Very cute.
Sanitize.
For those that play the game, here's a little tidbit Jacob will let me too. This is like a healing chroma in Claire Expedition. Expedition 33. Yeah. It just wipes all the blood off you.
Yep.
Gerran, you gave us a bit of advice at the beginning of this when we first encountered it. Have you encountered something like that before?
It kind of just sighs and no. I've encountered something dangerous, much smaller. So by default, easy to put the equation together.
Well, that was some fast thinking.
Yeah, why didn't none of you listen?
Lenora looks at her hands, now free of blood, and she goes up to Gerran and she punches him in the face.
Whoa!
I'm gonna try to dodge it.
Roll to attack.
Yeah, roll like a weapon attack. You're probably trained in it. So,
Weapon?
It'd be unarmed. Though.
Unarmed, yeah. What? D20 plus. What's your strength?
+2.
Okay, so D20 plus 4.
+4? Okay.
Yep. Trained in. Okay.
Trained in +2, right? What?
Plus level, right?
Oh, my bad.
So it's plus
6. +6.
Oh shit! D20 +6. Let's go. That's a 15.
Misses.
Misses his AC. Dodged.
So you walk up point blank and swing a punch. Gerran just manages to dodge.
It's a really funny way to thank someone for saving you.
You were going to let them die.
No, I wasn't.
You grabbed me without asking, and then you asked if I wanted to live or if I wanted them to live. Don't ever put me in a moral quandary and touch me without my consent.
He takes a bit of a beat and looks at you. It actually wasn't a moral quandary. I just asked you to think about yourself for once in this moment. But also consider, and he looks at Fitz and at Pinto. that I trusted them to take care of themselves. That's how the wilds work.
To be fair, we did not take your advice, but then you also did not take your advice because then you also went up into a tree, so not cool.
You know, I think there's
While
a
we're playing blame
lot.
game.
I think there's a lot that we learned from this experience, and I think as a group, of course, there are going to be some struggles. You know, but this is a victory that we got to celebrate. All right, it wasn't the cleanest victory, but hey, we're okay.
Survival is a victory to you, Pinto?
Oh, 100%.
Every day.
Lenora is upset and confused. And she says, I thought the point of this was to work as a team, and now I am trying to work as a team, and you are making me decide between myself and the team. So if that's what it's going to be, then I need to know which one it's going to be, because I can't do both.
I will say for Fitz and Pinto, like, it is clear that Lenora is referring to something that Gerran said that you did not hear. Like, this is not just not about what you saw. They say like something happened.
Yeah, there was a bunch of, you know, we were kind of on our own, and they were left. Look, Lenora, I really appreciate you speaking in our defense, and I really appreciate that you were conflicted because you had to choose between your own self-preservation and ours. But look, this isn't going to be perfect. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is the first time that I've seen anything like that.
He would have stopped me from helping you, and in the end, we all made it in. Had I not helped you, I don't know that we would have all made it in. So if this should happen in the future, and one of you chooses not to help me, when that could be the way that we all make it in, then I don't know that I can trust any of you.
There's a difference between leaving someone behind and also trusting them and their ability.
Shut up before I try to punch you again.
You can try.
What does the twig look like right now?
It is like nearly in full bloom with a very dull glow. Though you do note the glow, I think you saw a bit of that glow in the last night, but it's glowing a little bit brighter than it did.
So Fitz will kind of just shove this between them as they're going at each other's throats and just kind of say, this is what led us to safety. We all worked together to get here in the right moment. And that is what matters now. We cannot change the way we have behaved. We can only hope to change the way we will. So,
and we will. We'll get better every time.
Okay.
It's also not cool throwing us under the bus. That's not very team player.
Are you saying that I threw you under the bus?
Well, yeah, you.
I mean, what is a bus?
You blame me for not following your direction.
No, I don't blame you. I'm questioning. There's a difference.
I have a hard time seeing the discrepancy myself.
I just want to point out that this is a big deal for Lenora because she has never worked as a team before.
Totally.
And it was big of her, I think, to try and
hell yeah,
make a distraction. And now the situation that she's in, especially because she ended up being the last one in and it was looking precarious. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that she's pissed and she doesn't trust anyone anymore. And in the future, it's going to be her for herself because now she doesn't think she has no reason to think that anybody's going to have her back.
Go with me.
I'll say, Fitz, can you roll me a perception check?
Absadoodles. No, I don't want to anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh my page because I think I'm getting some bad karma, but that's gonna be a 9.
Okay. Here's the thing. You have been in... This is a high... Everybody's adrenaline is clearly still very high.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. But very specifically, Lenora, you see, had like said her piece and is otherwise seems to be a little quiet at that point, like after that. And in that silence, as you look over to her, everybody is still talking and everything, and then you look over and there's a resonance because of the way you were brought up, because of the things that you went through. Not exactly the same as Lenora, but you know very clearly from your own personal experience part of how Lenora... Sorry.
He has concerns.
Part of how Lenora was brought up, the bullying and the exclusion and things like that. You see some of it surfacing right now. You see something that you can resonate with, but with the 9, you're not... That's kind of where it stops. You're like, this sucks, but you can't kind of put more than that in there.
I can barely hear anything with the blood still pumping in my head.
Perfect.
From sprinting.
Yeah. Yep. So everybody seems
I will say
Go ahead.
But please don't misunderstand. I apologize if this sowed any dissent. Not my intention whatsoever. I am in this with all of you, all 3 of you.
Gerran, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but there is no offense taken.
Okay.
This is all very new to all of us. We're bound to make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
The question is, are we going to grow from them, or are we going to repeat them?
Right. And I think that's kind of my concern is like, all of this is my domain. Not much more than all of you, right? But I think we just need to lean on and understand what each other is good at. I think that will help build trust. What do you think?
I want to ask Bella, when you stepped away, did you hear? Were you still hearing?
Yeah, I plugged in my speaker so I could hear what was going on.
Perfect.
Does she? I mean, do they understand what was said? Because I feel like I tried to say what he said to me, and Gerran, I'm feeling a little gaslit by Gerran right now.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Totally.
Yeah, I'll say to clarify, Pinto and Fitz, you understand that in some fashion, Gerran told Lenora to save herself over helping you.
Sure.
Lenora, again, I don't think I said it explicitly, but thank you. Thank you for helping us. Again, you know, I think you know the difference between someone who's intentionally trying to hurt you in any form of the word, and someone who just kind of makes a mistake in the moment. I mean,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I may not do it again.
Okay, just know that we are all trying, and none of us are certainly trying to do the wrong thing by any one of us, and I don't know if this means anything, but I trust you 3. I do.
Same.
And that's not something I'm expecting you to just say because you hear it, but I do. You don't strike me as a baron, any of you.
You know what's weird? as I didn't expect to. Not this quickly. Trust, I mean. But I do.
Pinto's cheeks puff up in a big smile at the sound of that.
Would anyone care for some roasted nuts or perhaps some fruited leather?
Now that you mention it, I am kind of a little picky.
He kind of like grabs his leather armor. Fruited leather?
It's dried fruit pulp.
Oh. Another Roga delicacy?
No, I just like to use every part of the fruit.
Okay. And he kind of looks an eye at Lenora, just trying to get a read on her.
Lenora decides she's going to go explore a little bit deeper into the cave while everybody lollygags around with some fruit.
It's it's just the blood sugar's low. We're cranky.
He's
needs
gonna
alone
give her
time.
some
She needs,
space.
she needs decompression time. It's more feelings than she's used to feeling at one time, and she doesn't like it.
Very, very, very valid.
Super
So
valid.
you all take a breather, and here as Lenora's steps sort of echo away as the cave kind of continues. Are you doing so stealthily? Are you doing so just trying to just see what's like
No,
more?
she doesn't care. She's just
Okay,
she's just walking away. She's
Okay.
like, whatever, fuck it.
So she starts walking away. You can take as long or as little as you want for this in terms of you can take here's what I'll say. The cave kind of extends back a little and begins to, and because again it's not much a cave as it is this sort of like crack in the surfaces of these mountain range here, and it continues. At some point it starts sort of like winding a little bit, and you manage to get out of eyesight of the party. So as you kind of follow the curvature of this cave, you get some distance from them and feel at least a little bit alone in this moment. Are you sort of like stopping here, or do you want to do you want some time to process and think to yourself, or do you want to care more about like, all right, what's in this cave?
I think she goes with the intention of wanting to process by herself, but then she starts looking around and she's like, once she grounds herself a little bit, she starts to get curious.
Okay.
And so maybe she starts checking out the walls of the crevasse and seeing what's going on.
Perfect. Let me see here. So, do you have night vision? Do you have dark? Sorry, night vision, dark vision.
Believe I have low light vision or dark vision. Let me double check.
You have low light vision, which means as the light fades, you are going to need some form of light source.
Can I not just make a fire? Can I make a little ignition?
A little ignition. Let's see. You snap your fingers and point at a target, and it begins to smolder. What do you want to light on fire?
Is there like a little
I mean, you have
little
torches. For
mini?
sure.
Oh,
we
sure.
have torches.
Okay,
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get a
perfect.
torch.
You light a torch, and you start wandering through, and these sort of like, make me a perception check.
That's a 6.
6. Okay. So you are just almost like your hands like touch the hewn, like not hewn, the raw like natural rocks along this place, and you just sort of are looking around, occasionally tripping over a small pebble that you don't notice, and it is when one of the pebbles that you kind of kick hits a wall and then bounces off in a different direction that you realize that you've stumbled upon an area that turns left or turns right from this cave. Like there's actually an opening to your right, and thanks to the light of the torch, that was in front of you, you didn't notice a bit of light spilling out from around the corner. Until you're basically right at the edge of this thing, and as you turn to the right and look to see where this light is coming from, you see that this part of the crevice here is it kind of starts rounding out, and this sort of turn almost has been like dug out of what was otherwise natural cave. And as you turn to see what you just sort of stumbled into, you see there's been rockfall in this space. So what used to be this sort of like rounded cave offshoot from this area seems to have been like filled in, but down the edge of it you see a bright red light. As your eyes adjust, you see the cave comes to a stop, and it's no longer rock material. In fact, it seems to shine like metal. As I will show you what you basically see. Buried half in the earth seems to be a doorway with a red light shining above it.
Immediately going for detect magic right away. Always detect magic.
Yeah, you ping a detect magic. Nothing pings. And that's actually strange. This doesn't look like fire. Or anything like that, in terms of the light source, and it doesn't seem magical either, which is odd to you. You've seen something somewhat like, I mean, Roga has like unnatural light, so you do recognize that this seems to be powered by electricity or whatever Roga is powered by.
Yeah. And is there light coming out of the doorway or just from above it?
Just from above it. It is actually pitch dark inside, like you can't see within it. But it is like half buried from the rubble that has kind of come down over this place.
I'm gonna take my slingshot and throw a rock, like fling a rock into the doorway to try and hear, like if it hits a wall or if it
Cling,
falls
cling,
or
cling,
what.
cling, cling. And it seems to hit metal and bounce around on the floor a little bit.
But I don't hear it like falling down like a long shaft or anything.
No,
It's just.
it seems, yeah, kind of like if you would expect like a height of a average door frame, it seems to drop like that far down, so like it hits like regular ground.
Okay.
I'll pause here. Lenora has been off exploring for a little bit. Gerran, Fitz, Pinto, what are y'all up to?
Gerran is like kind of like stretching, trying to like get the soreness of a very treacherous run. Hasn't been tested like this, like athletically, quite some time. Kind of looks off to where Lenora went off to. I don't think I communicated with her as well as I hoped.
I don't think we really know how to communicate with one another yet, and that's okay.
Exactly, yet. All right, we're gonna get there. We just need to keep a growth mindset about this. All right, you're trying. We're all trying, and that was a really uncomfortable position for Lenora to be in, obviously, and I think she recognizes the difference. She'll come around. How long has it been now? And out of character, I'm asking, like, how long has it been since Lenora's been gone?
Oh, since Lenora's been gone? I don't know, Waffles, what do you think?
Like 7 to 10 minutes, maybe.
Would you say that she is 120 feet from us?
I mean, you are unsure because eventually the corner kind of rounds and darkens. And so,
Right.
like, if she's on the other side of the corner, sure. If she's
Right.
not, maybe not.
I was reading over a message. Now, it doesn't say that I need to see the target in order to cast it. It just needs to be within 120.
You
but
do need to see. So there's spellcasting rules
we
that
talked about. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Forgot.
It's a common thing in Pathfinder, so it's okay.
I've done it. I'll be honest.
Fitz will kind of sit there for a second in like a pretty deep squat. And in the dark, as everything's sort of calmed down, he realizes that his nose is broken. As the two are watching, with almost like a cold unfeelingness, you just see him not even looking, not even wincing, as he like places his hand over his face, snaps it back, and then looks over, sees you guys see him, and goes like, "Oh, I am sorry, I just felt a little weird." And as he wiggles his nose, he'll cast Lay on Hands to heal himself back up to full.
Hell yeah. Smart. Okay.
I forgot to say this, but Fitz, thank you for breaking my fall.
Anytime.
And you don't think that I left you behind, did you? Do you?
We are all here, and it had to choose between more than one place to go.
Listen, we're all thinking in the moment. This is our critical thinking skills are really being taxed, especially in a moment like that. I don't distrust I don't doubt your character. Okay? Gerran, we're cool.
Okay. Shall we?
How are your eyes, Gerran?
Good. He has low light vision, just so.
With low
Fitz
light
will tap
vision,
his
the
fake eye
flower
also,
will
so
be
it's
enough.
like- Great. So why don't we let this lead? And he will hand the flower over to you.
Kind of looks at it for a second with a bit of a nod and sort of realizing that his like shoulders were like, that anxiety up.
Yeah.
They sort of subside and he sort of shakes off the shoulder blades and with a nod heads in.
You all begin to follow through the little path, and soon enough stumble upon the light source from Lenora, kind of off, clearly around that corner that you all see as well. And it takes you a second to realize that there's two light sources actually coming from in there as you turn and see Lenora standing there with that red light and a half-buried door, which, by the way, I drew that for reference.
That looks really good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so you all come upon this scene as well.
Does that what's above the door? Does that look familiar to me at all?
It looks like a you've probably seen, maybe not that exactly, but you've seen it to know that it's like a door light, if that makes sense. Oh yes, it's almost like going and looking at ancient civilizations and being like, well, they all had this above their doors,
Yep. The forest temple has the little eye thing. All of the doors have that.
Exactly.
Totally. Okay. Cool. And he'll kind of just above a whisper, found anything interesting?
Well, if I had, I wouldn't share it with you.
Would you share it with the others?
If I would, I wouldn't tell you.
Wow, guys, look at what Lenora found. This is amazing.
Love it.
Lenora, great find.
Thank you, Mr. Giblets.
Fitz
I'll
will,
take it.
Fitz will offer a fist bump.
And Lenora will politely decline.
Okay, I guess you don't want to be healed in a relatively non-confrontational touch kind of way.
Why didn't you just ask if I would like to be healed? Why did you stick out your hand and not say anything?
Yeah,
Because sometimes people are a little subtle, and I was trying to do that better.
Do I have to clearly state that subtlety doesn't work very well with me?
If you would like me to heal you, I need to touch you in some way. State how
Okay.
you would prefer that.
Yes, please. A touch to the hand, the back of the hand will suffice if that is okay, if that is enough for you. Thank you.
Index finger down. She takes 6 health.
Amazing.
6. Nice.
Okay. I think this is, again, a really learning moment. All right.
Thank
I
you.
look to Gerran and Fitzy. Words
Thank you. Thank you,
first.
Mr. Undertaker.
The Undertaker's theme slowly plays in the He'll just nod.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
See, I thought you meant the
He's a great
Undertaker's,
pallbearer.
WWE.
Yeah, that's
theme.
what I thought.
Yeah, that is what I
Totally
meant.
And I was
Totally
like,
did.
keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
I thought so too, yep. Thank you, Bogie. I appreciate that.
It's Mr. Biscuit.
Maybe one day Lenora will get somebody's name right.
Maybe.
Fitz,
Nah,
But not this day.
Not today.
Yeah,
Fitz,
so you are.
Gerran, words first. Okay? And I make eye contact with Lenora. I really think if we're gonna move forward,
Lenora promptly moves her eyes away because she does not wish to make eye contact.
right. Words first. Okay? Let's communicate our intentions and see how they're received.
Indeed,
Okay.
Mr. Gerbils, thank you.
You got it.
This all
My
sort of.
intentions.
You all stand there and agree to this, but meanwhile, all 4 of you are sort of just staring at this door. So it looks really dark inside. Maybe a faint red glow coming from within as well. But from this angle and sort of coming down, it's just dark in there. It's hard to see.
So he takes the flower that's in his hand, kind of puts it up above his face. My intention is to, with the assistance of Lenora, if she wishes, to walk through that door together and illuminate the path.
Why should I do it? You do it.
Do you not wish to, with your torch? I have no problem with doing it going first if you feel more comfortable that way.
Why should I do it with you? Just do it. Just do it.
And it was in
Okay.
this
And-
moment.
And he looks at Pinto and he's just in his head, he's just
It's
goes,
okay.
"What the
It's okay.
fuck?"
That was great. Your words first, right? That was good.
And it was in this moment that Mac realized that we're just the freeform brand of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I
Little bit.
would like to re-roll my character now.
And here we are.
Y'all kind of
Just a little
are.
bit.
God, that's beautiful. I hate it here.
It's
Let's
really
go.
close. It's
So-
really
It's
close.
kind of terrifying, actually.
We're
Next
2
art-
anthropomorphic characters. It's the
And
only
then
thing
3
that throws off.
T-Rexes come out of the depths of that door and eat us all. So we have to roll
Do it
new
all over.
Brand new
character.
characters.
Thank
See you
God.
next week.
Column 2.
Oh, man.
With a bit of he actually gives Lenora a bit of a nod, and he walks to the door.
Okay, so this door is half buried, meaning you can't quite walk through it.
Oh,
It is
oh, I didn't catch the cat buried. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So it's like the rubble and earth seem to fallen in and buried this door about halfway. So
Maybe
you
I
are
should
able
look at
to.
the image that you so nicely created.
Hang on. Lenora stops him. This is me asking, is that a little control panel or something that is blocked by the rubble?
You can take a look. There seems to be rubble. So you want to dig a little bit out from the door.
Yeah. She stops him and then she goes and looks and tries to dig around whatever that is that's peeking up.
Yeah, and
on the side next to the door.
As a reminder, Lenora has no idea what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Period. But
You do.
it seems like it might be important if it's right next to.
You
the door.
do. It's a little hard. This earth has come down a lot, but you're able to like kind of. You get close to the door, and you do feel like cool air, kind of coming out from this open space as you start digging a little bit. It does look like some of it has kind of collapsed and sloped inwards a little bit, but as you kind of dig through, you see a sort of small rectangular panel thing of a mix of metal and glass. You're not quite sure what materials these are. That looks cracked across the front of it, where the rocks have sort of like slammed into it. And there is as you kind of dig it out, a yellow almost triangle shape that's you can make out through the cracked like screen or something that you see on that. And like a yellow triangle with like an exclamation mark inside.
Yes, Gerran, you should go in there by yourself and see if it's okay.
Well,
Hold on 1 second. Let me just, because let's get Pinto, because we're using our words. So your intent was to have me to go forward first by myself. Then you stopped me. Then you find this thing. Then you change your mind. Did I understand everything correctly?
oh,
I stopped you because I wanted to see what was up with that panel next to the door, and it looks like it's just an exclamation point. So, ta-da! Here is a door. You go through.
Does it look crawlable? Like going prone?
Yep.
Could I?
Yep.
I think I could also probably sneak a peek too.
I am also happy to help clear debris so we don't have to get dirty.
We're already
Is
dirty.
anybody else
We're-
gonna run a
I think
fucking?
we stink of sweat.
Is anybody else gonna run a perception check? Anybody else gonna run a perception check? 'Cause
Yeah,
mine was shit.
I'd like to maybe.
Gerran, what are you
How
doing?
big is this opening?
He gets on all fours with the flower up and begins to army crawl forward.
Okay. You going head first?
Yep.
Okay. So you do that. As you go head first, maybe a reflex saving throw.
Scoo.
Amazing. Natural 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
You're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not. Nah. No, thank you. 24.
Okay. You start crawling forward, and you realize that through this door is open. It is an open doorway, and rock has sort of like partially come in. So as you crawl forward to the edge of it, you realize that the rest of this is loose. And you start kind of like sliding forward. What would have totally face planted, you do manage to like get yourself through the rest of the door frame and fast enough to like flip yourself and catch yourself from fully falling. And you land in what looks to be a small 10-foot by 10-foot space. Your eyes adjust with the extra lighting that you have. You see in front of you another door. This one is closed. This one, it's another door, but it takes you a second to recognize it as a door because there is that door frame. But then inside, it is made out of metal, interlocking in a way of like two like panels that seem closed together. They seem thick, reinforced, and heavy. There is a red light above this door as well, but below you, in front of the door, seems to be painted or something. These yellow signs on either side with what looks like black footprint like symbols on them, and they seem to be like on the floor.
You said there's like foot-like imprints?
Not imprints. It is almost like a sign has been painted, like the floor has been painted or something like that.
Okay. He's kind of like tries to like move it to see if it's like sand or
No,
something
it's
like
like
that was
on
significant
the and you know the floor here as you kind of land, and you all probably hear this from the outside as well, like clangs. Like the floor here is made out of some kind of metal as well.
And he'll kind of share that out loud with everyone and sort of get to his feet. It slopes, don't fall, but I think we can, if we're careful, we can move forward. And he kind of points to the door behind him.
Do y'all filter in?
I am a little curious about the box.
Yeah. You want to make a perception check on the box?
I did roll one. It came up as a 16.
16. It looks like the screen itself is cracked. Like this, whatever this thing is, seems broken. But whatever display is showing up on it, it's not just an exclamation mark, like Lenora said. It is you've probably seen it on something repurposed at some point in Roka, and that's why you recognize it as like a warning, like sign, like a caution.
Fitz will call down to Gerran and say, "What does the twig look like?"
It is glowing a little bit brighter. You're muted.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty.
I forgot that I actually muted myself in Discord because of something else. I don't know what. I don't remember. Anyway, he raises the twig in the air.
Yeah, with the light now, you guys can kind of somewhat see inside the chamber.
Tally ho! And Fitz will look at Pinto and say, "Would you care for a lift?"
I think I'm okay for right now. I'm gonna, T and I are gonna do a little bit of investigating ourselves. And I pull TA out. Just take a look around this chamber, see if there are any, I don't know, seismic sensitivities. Are we in any sort of danger just from traveling around here?
TA
And
hops off your paw.
Meanwhile, Pinto is going to make. So I've made my way into the chamber that Gerran is in. And I look at these painted footprints on the floor.
And he'll offer to help you down the slope, being concerned about his almost absolute disastrous.
I
am pretty agile.
And Lenora, are you joining as well? I just wonder, is everybody kind of coming in?
Yeah.
Using telekinetic hand, I'm going to hold the torch out so that it kind of illuminates the doorway. Lenora, are you coming?
I wait for everybody to go in first, and then I very tentatively follow.
Again, 10 foot by 10 foot space. So as you all shuffle in here, it gets a little bit tight. But in front, I will say probably Gerran and who would be standing up like
Pinto, probably.
Fitz? Pinto? Fitz?
I'd be far back right corner.
Okay. So Pinto
think-
probably with TA kind of looking around will step forward as well. Due to the space, like you end up basically shuffling right on top of the two little footprints, and nothing happens. But you also fill up on this space, and you do see, though, those that were looking at the panel, you do see another panel in front of the door in front of you this time. This one's not,
You wanna do
screen's
the
not
honors,
cracked,
Pinto?
and it's otherwise just dark.
Okay. I know what a panel is. And I know how they operate. I know what. No, I would have no idea.
Probably not.
No, I'm gonna make some sort of check on this. I am so curious. I know that it's powered electronically. I know that it connects to. I don't know, does it connect to the door? Does it connect to the wall? Does it?
Yeah. Make me. Yeah, I think so. Here's the thing. There are a couple skills that you don't yet have on your character sheet.
I know.
But I would
See
love
what you did there.
for you to make a d20 roll.
Can I? Oh, what?
Just a roll 20. Roll a d20.
All right.
Oh, the roll 20, the VTT we're playing.
Just a roll 20?
Hashtag not sponsored. No, you didn't.
Yeah, you're muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
You're still muted, brother.
You're still muted,
Okay,
and you
we can't see you.
disappeared.
Also, we can't.
Divided by 0.
It's a question mark.
Bogie, we cannot
You're
hear you.
still muted.
No one
Cannot
Hey,
hear you.
buddy.
Can I hear you?
No one
And
can hear
I've
you.
been muted this whole
There we go.
time.
Yes.
I swear it's a natural 20. My first
Yeah. I
natural 20 of the
believe you.
show.
I love it.
Good time.
TA looks
fun.
around and ends up crawling back up on your shoulder. And as you're curiously you're actually standing on the side where the panel is, and you're kind of looking at it, and you're not touching it because you're like, what is it? What does it do? And TA kind of crawls up to your hand, and with its little 1 foot points towards it. And you realize that the panel that you saw before, it's black, but below it looks like something that you could press. Like, it looks like something that's kind of extended from it that you could potentially press.
I share that with the group. I'm pretty sure this does something.
I don't think
I
it's
don't know
too
what it'll
hard
do.
to think that, like, it might. Like, that's probably the only thing here.
Yeah.
Considering where we are.
I think something will happen if I press this. Maybe the door is closed, correct? Or is
Yes.
the door
Closed.
Is everyone okay with me pressing it?
Is there any kind of
Because-
check that I could make before we open it up?
Okay. You are all standing basically inside what you've only heard stories about. Okay? Just for perspective here. You know there was a civilization that had all sorts of very futuristic abilities and like wild stuff that you've heard of. And you know that you don't get to see much of that technology. I think, you know what? I'm sure the word technology is familiar at this point. Like, at least you know, like, what the society did was have technology. Everything you don't know is technology, right? Like, everything's under.
Yeah, I mean, even Roga has solar panels with wires hooked to them. Like,
Yep. And that's through a lot of trial and error that was sort of like figured out over time. So you're not coming into this completely blind to what technology is, but the using of technology is probably gonna be a bit complicated. But let's put this way: it's a door, and it's a button that you press next to the door. I think it is going to be clear to everybody that this is something that you press to open.
I think Lenora's more concerned with what is on the other side of the door more than like, does the button open the door?
Yeah, you could make a perception check to try to like listen and see
Another
if there's
one?
anything you can pick up. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's
Can
not
I-
good.
And can I
Yeah.
put my brass ear to the door as well?
Yeah, sure.
Perception. That is a 16.
It seems
11.
11. There's silence and stillness, but you know what, Lenora? There's a buzzing, a hum of electricity that you're just not used to. And I don't mean this I mean this in the autistic way of a lot of autistic individuals hear electronics that sometimes people don't. It's kind of like that. That's one of the first things you notice. Like, there is a buzzing of electricity that makes you feel like, this door, whereas the previous one, there was that light, but the door was basically like broken and open. This is running. There is technology and electricity running in this door. But that's it, y'all.
Okay. She has her dagger out just in case.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fitz is gonna put his shield up and hold it with both hands pretty close to his chest and say, "Push the button."
Oh, all right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Push the button.
Ah!
The button
Lights
pushes.
out.
For a moment, nothing happens. Then you hear a as from above you, this sort of mist comes out and falls across, like just kind of like starts like blasting the people specifically on the 2 footprints. As you get this sort of like misted stuff over you. It also hits the individuals in the back. As that happens, that seems to power off. And it smells like a little like sharp, like almost like the way alcohol stings your nose, like it's almost like that.
My brain immediately went pine salt for some reason. I
Well,
don't know
and
why.
there is that underlying like lemon lime, that artificial lemon lime smell that seems
Amazing.
to
I'm
come
so happy
over
right
the
now.
entire thing, and you're like, what the
Thank
fuck?
you for that.
But as soon as that ends, the door in front of you as it opens, seems to get stuck about halfway through and slam shut again, only to open, get stuck, and close. So in this moment, the door, as you press that button, is struggling to open and continues to open and close and open and close. And as it opens and closes, inside, almost blindingly, there is artificial light. You see a table. You see a time capsule of something that you basically have never seen before. As Waffles, if you don't mind, please bringing them onto the map.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
That should've worked.
Hold on. Let's do
Okay.
It's
Their character-
StarCraft, guys.
Starfinder.
Oh, I was thinking Fallout.
We're in a bunker.
StarCraft.
We're friggin' bunker babies.
Hurry,
hold on
summon
one
your
second,
minion.
one second.
Definitely Fallout.
Nobody touch this. Hold on. Hold
Nobody
on.
touch what?
I don't know what's going on.
No,
That's a
no,
lot.
no, don't look. Everybody
Yes,
look.
quick, go look at every room. Take notes.
No.
I took them off very quickly.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
in the forest again. T-Rex
Fucked
time.
Fucked up.
So Robo T-Rex is fucking Mechagodzilla.
Okay,
I'm
you can
gonna
go
metagame the
back
shit
up,
out of
you
this.
think?
It looks like it.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
That was so funny.
Wrong layer.
Delicious GM panic.
No, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, so you see the little footprints that you all stood on. And this is where the majority of Waffles and I's time have went as we made this map for you.
Made all this thing. Oh, and we're gonna
as
turn around and leave. No, I'm just kidding.
And we don't want to be here.
As through the door, you see what you can only assume is some form of technological kitchen or something of that. There's a table with 6 seats around it. There's like that's all you really see, and maybe like the like a sink across the way. But again, this door is opening and closing and opening and closing. So the path is in front of you and open, but you're gonna have to figure out how to get through this door.
And sinks are sinks, right? Like we've seen a sink before.
You've seen a
We
sink
have
before.
sinks. We have running water.
You have running water.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one of the
I mean,
first
okay.
things that Roga prioritized.
How wide
but-
is the door opening? Sorry.
Enough to squeeze through.
Okay.
However,
We're-
that it closes.
Gotta time it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta time it.
So Gerran will kind of spin around to everybody. I think I can get through this and maybe see if there's something on the other side to, I don't know, stop this.
Fitz will shove his shield in between the doors.
Okay. What's your shield made of? Wood? Metal?
No, it's meteor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the meteor shield.
You
With
boys
a
spent lots of money
non-stick
on a
coat.
shield. That's right. It's well seasoned.
Cast iron.
It's a walk.
It's a walk.
It's a walk. I love that.
Yeah, Waffles would, please.
I think. Yeah, you think that would make it? It is still trying to crush at this point. You think it will make it much easier to slip into? The problem being now that the shield is a little bit in your way, so you have to dodge the shield while you're slipping in. So this has. What's up?
If I push it like up to the top of the door frame, and instead of doing it like longwise, I do it thin style.
I will say this: you have to
hamburger
hold
over
it
hot dog.
because every time the doors open, it will otherwise fall. So you
Great,
some
I'm
will
holding
have
it.
to hold it.
Would it be easier for me to just brute strength this, like Titan wrestle the door, grapple the door?
You think the shield is a more secure way to do it? You imagine this will help your entire party get through. The hard part will be you getting through afterwards.
Great. Then
Okay.
we will solve that road when we get to it.
Okay. Anyone with the door being held open, anyone that wants to try to slide through it, give me an acrobatics check.
Before I do that, can I spend a minute or two just watching the door, observing the pattern,
Yep.
and trying to time out the opening and closing of it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lenora will also do that, and it has to be an acrobatics check. It couldn't be, for example, a reflex check.
No, there's like reflex D. Yeah, nah. Reflexes are for saves. I mean, if you want to take damage, you can make a
Fine.
reflex save.
No, I sure don't.
Uh,
I sure don't. All right. So after getting a second to try and figure out the pattern, I'm rolling. That's a 10. Eat shit.
Gerran's gonna sit back and time it, and he's gonna sort of gymnastics roll forward with an 18.
Can I cast Warp Step for some sort of circumstantial bonus here?
Let's see. Yeah.
It really
Probably.
only adds
She's
5 feet to my speed. I need to use stride twice.
You can use it to. You stride twice. So I will say, if you let 2 people go forward first, you have enough space to do a step and try to kind of just. And all that really will do is it's going to make you way quicker through the door, which is great.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
So acrobatics.
Yep.
I got another natural 20.
Hey, let's
Nah.
Let's
go.
go, dude.
I mean,
Let's
it's the warp
go.
step assist.
Pinto Knight.
Hell yeah.
Easy. Okay. Lenora, you're trying to get through the door. You kind of leave like part of your shoulder behind right at the end. You do end up taking 8 bludgeoning damage.
The
That's
short-
not fair.
8.
Why not?
Damn.
Question for Lenora:
Garrett.
did you go first, or because he was going to go first? Did you pump like through Gerran to go first? Out
Yeah.
of curiosity.
Can I
Me?
suggest a
No.
flavor?
Yeah.
Sure.
Lenora, you're like focused on the timing, and for a second, and you go, and of course, it's exactly when Gerran goes, and
Oh,
that
no.
shoulder check.
Now she's
throws
definitely
you
gonna hate
off.
me now. Thanks, Autumn.
And-
Appreciate that.
Your days are numbered.
Oh my god, I hate that
I
so
stir the
much.
pot.
And just because you're a little quicker, Gerran, you do only take 5 bludgeoning damage. You get through the door a little quicker than Lenora.
So it's kind of like catches me in the back
And
on the way
Yeah.
out.
And as the two of you are sharing a glance at each other, I just scooch by. Excuse me.
And you just
Cool.
step through it. It's like you're not
Sure.
even there. All right, the 3 of you
This
get
party's like
through.
in the last 3 more sessions. I swear to God.
So, can I do like an athletics check to try to just like manhandle the shield out
Mushroom
the slip
stomp?
or something?
Yeah, you could do like.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm gonna count out like almost like a dance step. like 1, 2, 3 in like correspondence with the opening and closing of the doors.
1, 2, 4.
It's gonna be 17.
Nice.
Okay. You are able to hold it open for yourself as if you were holding it open for them. I'm still going to need an acrobatics check to try to slide your body through the door, though. Holding it open successfully does lower the DC.
I'm
so.
just going to use that hero point real quick because I rolled my 3rd critical failure of the night.
Nice,
Oh,
we love
wow. Fitz just gets stuck in the door. Ow. Ow. 1, 2, ow.
It's going to be an 11.
Okay. Sheesh. And trying to slide your larger body through this door, you do fail with an 11, and you will take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Owie.
As a literally electrical powered door attempts to shut on your body.
Yep.
Fitz will reset his now again broken nose.
Amazing. You spun around and then like smushed you. That's really funny.
The 4 of you, let me actually do it this way.
While you're doing that, Syrup, I'm like kind of stretching out his back, kind of like the lower back, sort of. You know, I sat down too long. Oh, I didn't time that well. I thought I had it. I don't know what happened.
You all walk through the opening and closing door, and you see 3 other doorways in this room, and I'm going to ping them on the map for you. To your right, our left on the map, a closed metal door with a blue light. To the far wall, in line with the sinks and stuff on the edge, there is a reinforced door with a red light. And to your right, or sorry, to your left and to the right on the map is an open doorway. As here, as you sort of maneuver through this space, I will just reveal one other chamber as you catch a glimpse of some beds and other things in this area, as you have plenty to begin exploring however you so choose. You are in something truly wild, I will say. Each of you kind of feel, because not only is in this ancient space so foreign to you all, Gerran, you're the first to know, there's power. To some extent, there is lights above you. Somehow, some parts of this facility are operating. And whatever this facility is.
Is that like food on the table in front of us? Those little like plates?
Molded, crumbling.
Yeah, probably stinky.
It does smell a little bit,
Yucky.
yep. But there's like an empty plate that has like crumbs on it and like stuff that are like that's been decomposed for long enough. There is, you know what? Immediately sitting on the table, there's probably like a wrapper made from some sort of like shiny material that you don't know what that is. Like all sorts of just stuff. To your left on the table, there seems to be like a book laying there on the table. Like there's all sorts of things here.
It feels like we've got a couple of options here. I was hoping to find an exit back to the forest, but I mean, I don't know how curious we are.
Super curious? Super duper curious?
Yeah.
It might be nice to have a space to take a breather in.
This is like a residence of some sort?
At least it was.
Stop. We need to consider what made the people who lived here leave so suddenly that their dishes stayed on the table and got moldy.
I agree. We should inspect everything before we decide to take a rest here.
Let's treat this as light exploration mode. I would like each of you to just tell me where you're going, and I, we'll do some perception checks, and I'll let you know what you're seeing and what you're finding, and if you have any questions, etc. But I think it might be easier if you all want to carefully look around. We just sort of not worry too much about 3 action economy and just kind of do like 1 action exploration. Like, where am I going? What am I seeing?
I think Lenora feels, Fitz probably too, but Lenora feels probably most comfortable in the kitchen. Her parents are apothecaries. She kind of, understands how that's supposed to look and what the ingredients might look like. Hopefully she sees something familiar.
Fitz is also going to spend his time in the kitchen, but I think trying to see if the water's actually like potable, and if it is, maybe trying to make some food for the team and clean up the dining space a bit. Get rid of these moldy ass plates.
Gerran's gonna sort of look at Pinto with a bit of a sort of that like, hey, not nod, but like the sideways look to see if he wants to go into the room.
Yes.
And he'll head through there. As he leaves the room, he grabs one of the books.
Hell yeah. So you're gonna grab one of the books there, and you head into here?
Yes, ma'am.
If there's another book, I'm gonna grab one as well.
Everybody knows how to read now.
That's new?
I would hope so. I'm an educator.
That would be terrifying.
Here's what we're gonna do. You have a whole space to explore. So you grab one of the books off of these, like, honestly, on these tables out here, like these like little desks tucked into the corner of the kitchen, there's just this like one book that you grab. And Gerran, as we all begin to sort of explore our surroundings, I'll give you one cool thing that you find, and then we're going to end tonight, and we're going to start next time with full on like getting a chance to get your hands on all of this. So as you grab this book, Gerran, you look at the cover as you walk through that room, and you see I should have thought of the title of it. Hold on. The Superhero Songstress, or something like that. I'll workshop it. That goes on the cover. You see on the front, it looks like on the spine, it says Volume 5. On the front.
It's the Song of Heroes.
The Song of Heroes, perfect. Song of Heroes is the title of this, as you flip through it, comic book. It seems to be, there's images inside, and there is, on the cover though, the main figure is humanoid with an elongated head, 4 arms struck in this like very superhero pose. She's dressed, she looks like to be female. She has something covering her nose and mouth, so all you see is this long elongated head, light blue skin. She's dressed in this like beautiful dress that's also definitely like a superhero like outfit of some kind, with a gun in one hand, or this thing in one hand that you probably don't know what it is.
What is this cylindrical metal?
And a microphone in the other that she seems to be like posed as singing in some really cool way. So this is some form of alien species that you have never seen before, and there seems to be a comic book series based on it. You flip through, you see that the character's name seems to be Zeha Vumti, which, if you know, you know. Shout out to those that are aware of what that's referencing. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Hey.
Yeah.